Okay guys, welcome. So I have received a Triumph Street Scrambler for the loan bike. So I'll give you my feedback on this Street Scrambler. Go for a little ride, probably go home because the service is not going to be a quick thing. There's quite a few people doing a service. But yeah, very nice looking bike. Look at that big old headlight. I'm going to take a bit of a ride and let's see how this bike feels. Okay, it already feels really nice and wide, comfortable seat. Let's adjust the mirrors, that's all cool. That's the dash. Nice. Okay, sounds very lovely. Nice. Do I like this sound? Whoa! How cool is this? I need to adjust the mirrors, but I'm gonna be comparing this bike to the BMW R90 Scrambler because it says the same name on the back. This gearbox is so tight and it sounds so lovely. Whoa, what a lovely riding position. Really, the gears are like super tight, meaning it's very short shifting. So there's no speedo. So this is pretty much exactly the same as the BMW Scrambler. They don't have a speedo. You can buy the attachment speedo, but it doesn't come by default. Oh no! How tasty is this? Oh no! The Triumph Scrambler, Street Scrambler. So it's it feels like almost, I don't know, like a lazy V8. It's probably the only thing that I can subscribe it to, or compare it to, like the sound of it at least. Not sort of the ride of it. It's the sound of it. It ramps up. Feels like it's ramping up like slowly. This is freaking awesome. But the gearbox is super nice. It's like, you know, the Street Triple, you shift up and it shifts, you know, there's quite a bit of movement between the shifts. So no auto blipper, that's perfectly fine. The clutch lever is in such a nice, comfortable position for me. The indicator, spot on. Like the comfortable ride of this thing is just really nice. The upright position, the handlebars. Now I'm 5'9", 5'10" or whatever, 178 centimeters, and this is really comfortable. I can't really remember where I'm going. Harbourfield. Let's quickly have a closer look around this bike. Additional parking spaces. Let's go here right at the back. There's some sunshine. So that's the Street Scrambler. Wow! We'll get the other camera out so we can look at the finer details. Oh, sounds lovely. So there's the bike in its full glory. Sun is shining. Yeah, let's have a look at this. So as I said, I am 178 centimeters tall, and this thing flat foots on both sides. Really nice. Street Scrambler. Look at the detail. Love the exhaust with the grille over it. Really nice. This is like a, you call it like a matte green and a matte silver. Looks like they did follow the BMW's things, where you see the little BMW logo inside the headlight. How cool is that? Single clock, round mirrors. That's from the other side. There's the Bonneville 900 high torque engine in here. Big old radiator on the front. Skinny radiator there. Well slung. The tyres, what tyres do we have on here? Tourist. This is the same as what BMW runs, I think. Well, I've had it on my GS as well. That's it. It's a 150 70 17 Metsler tire. Nice. Look at the seat. There's some nice embossing there. And the seat is like, it's almost like a canvas, like a wax jacket feel. Really nice. Super comfortable seat. So far, the short distance I've ridden. That's from the rear. Does look very nice. And my eyes have been opened. You know, from all the years I've been just riding BMWs, the world has actually moved on. Two suspensions with two shocks at the rear, both sides. It is definitely a more comfortable ride so far compared to the BMW. Nice tank pads. They are like a hard rubber. Nice tank pad there. It's also hard rubber, but it's not plastic. Nice tank. So this thing is interesting because the guy said to me, you flip it open, then you unlock it, and then you unscrew it, and then you screw it back in till you hear a click, and then you lock it, and then you put the little cap back on. yeah, that's the same things apply. See, no speedo. Then on the side you've got your hazards, start, stop, the kill switch, information, swap between the modes. You've got your high beam there in the front, the riding modes, and your horn. Yeah, this thing will look really nice if you actually take these mirrors off and put something like bar-end mirrors on, something in that line. But yeah, 1,111 miles. Very nice bike, super nice details, feels very solid. Okay, well, let's get going. Okay, so chain off-road, rain, road, set to road. Let's go. I think this is Nevada Spa, and there's like some posh car standing here. No, Nevada Spa. So let's make my way home. Wicked! This is wicked. Hope you guys can hear the engine roar. Sometimes it sounds better inside the helmet, but this Tour Race tire, I've actually grown quite fond of it because it is such a nice and solid tire. So how weird is this? You know, I rock up at this BULLDOG Triumph to take my bike in for a service, and 3 of the guys from BMW are all at Triumph. How bizarre. So they've all moved from BMW to the Triumph dealership. And they're such nice guys. The one is, well, there's 2 of them in the service department, and their service were always really nice, you know, friendly guys to actually speak to. The only the only observation on the bike so far is if you've got your indicators on, it is very hard to see that they're actually indicating. Hello, boy. Sure, this is very nice. I hope the angle is good on the camera, and you can see. Super nice, very comfortable riding position. Now my arms are bent. I almost feel my shoulders is nice and relaxed, low down, and the seat is really comfortable. Nice wide flat seat. That's that thing that I found with the R90. The R90 comparison seat. The seat was like super hard. It's like a piece of wood you're sitting on. It's a really more cafe racer style bike, not cafe racer, but a cafe ride and back, because you can't spend a long time on it. Well, I couldn't, at least. You know, everyone is different and everyone has got their own opinions, really, but I just found it to be very uncomfortable. And this seat so far, I'm going to be riding now for about half an hour. I'm going to take a little bit of a detour as well. I'm going to do a bit of motorway mile, so feel how it feels on the motorway at the higher speed. Off the bat, I do feel like the BMW. I do feel like the BMW has got more punch in the engine, where this feels a little bit slower on the spin up. You know, I'm twisting the throttle quite a lot to actually get going. This is in 5th gear, it's only got 5 gears. But if you want something to cruise around that looks good and sounds good, jeez, this is lovely. Like a machine gun at the back. Luckily I know where I am now. The brakes are okay-ish. Front brake, I'm actually, you know, if I compare that to my Street Triple, the Street Triple's brakes are definitely better. Knees is comfortable, you know, it's not bent too much, it's not bent too little. Everything else, the throttle is nice and smooth. Yeah, nice. It's interesting, you know, when you can just like jump from one bike to the other bike, and it put about 5-10 minutes of riding, you feel comfortable on it. That's usually for me an indication of a really nice bike. You know, if you want to buy a specific bike for like bombing around the track, you know, that's something different. But I just like riding, enjoying bikes, and sharing my experiences really. Okay, so we're going to go on the motorway just for one junction. I think this is not 50 anymore. Oh no, it is 50 or 60 at least. We should really finish this motorway work before the end of 50/50. I'm doing about 50 miles an hour. So turning your head to look behind you is fairly easy. Sometimes when you're leaning too much forward, it makes it quite hard to turn. I'm doing 60 miles an hour. It is 60. That's quite nice. Average speed cameras, and that going as well. The wind blast at 60 is very minimal, really. Can't really say it's at this speed is not really an issue on most bikes. But then again, you don't buy this bike for the wind protection. This is just to go and ride and explore, I think. The dash and the numbers, the speed numbers are very clear. The little LCD screen is also nice and clear. Fuel gauge is a little bit tiny, going to be a little bit bigger, but yeah. I think the indicator lights on both sides can be a bit of a that you can't see it because there's glare from the sun. But at this speed, this thing cruises very nicely, calm and collective. Indicators is nice and easy to get to, you know, the position of your hands. You don't need a lot of pressure on your hands to work the throttle. You know, sometimes you need to really grab onto the throttle to actually get going. And when you do longer rides, lazy V8. Very nice. So guys, this is now me back on the Scrambler. Woohoo! This is a very nice and comfortable bike. Sounds beautiful. So this Scrambler, I don't know if you can really, you know, I don't know what you guys think. You know, it's. Can you take this? This will probably really nicely cover some gravel, some gravel fire tracks and stuff without problems. And because it's so easy to maneuver and ride on, it shouldn't be really a handful. So I think this will easily will be easily capable of going on gravel track, jeep track, fire track, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I think with this tires on and everything, this will be a very nice bike to go and explore some like jeep track, fire track, because it's quite high and the handlebars are quite high. And I think it's gonna be a full-blown off-road machine with humongous amounts of travel. But you can probably go and do this. You know, you can see all. You know, there's some guys that ride around the world with a superbike. So you can do it with any bike. It's just if it's really made for it, or it's a little bit more accustomed to the off-road track, more comfortable. This is I'm like really impressed with this bike. You know, it's been it's done 1,130 miles, and it is this smooth. Sounds good. Really rides very comfortably. And then the clutch and stuff, the clutch and the gears is like really impressive for a Scrambler. Nice and pokey. But yeah, it does feel, you know, I've sort of ridden a what is it, a Range Rover, the older V8s, and it sounds exactly the same. It's that low, creamy rumble of the V8. This is almost how it sounds like. It's very nice. So the Triumph Street Scrambler. So it's scrambling for the streets. But I think you can definitely take this one off the beaten track. Not heavy, hardcore off-roading, but yeah, some gravel track. So guys, I'm gonna stop the recording now, and then I'm gonna go and swap the bike, and then I'll see you guys when I'm back on my Street Triple R. So okay guys, I hope you have got a lovely day, and if you've got any questions and stuff about the bike, please drop them in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, drop a like on there if you like the video, and I will see you on the next ride. Cheers!